So welcome to another unboxing video from theplayersaid.com. My name's Alexander, and today we're taking a look at a brand new game from Columbia Games. This is Combat Infantry, and it's designed by Tom Dalglish. This is a block war game, very typical from Columbia Games, but this is a tactical war game, which you don't see a lot of tactical block war games. Great kind of artistic impression here, very stylized kind of explosions. I love the artwork, I think it's really neat, very evocative. You can hear all the pieces in here already. So I think there's 132 blocks, there's a couple maps, geomorphic maps I believe, so there's a ton of stuff in here. I actually played this one, was able to sit down with Tom and Grant from Columbia Games, and we played this at Gen Con and had a chat with them about the game, and it's a really, really good game, so I'm just excited to see the final product. So it's got the typical sleeve that you'd expect from Columbia Games, and this is their pizza box style. So let's crack it open. No frill. Alright, so this is the first thing you can see, huge bag of blocks. And there's 3 different colors, so you've got green blocks for the Americans, black blocks for the Germans, and there's these yellow blocks which are usually for battalion support weapons, and there's some dice in here as well. We'll crack all this open. Just take a little closer look in a second. So there's 2 maps included, and I believe these are a fairly good size. So we'll kind of open this up. These are cardboard maps, so they're not paper. These are good thick cardstock. Let's move this out of the way and we'll kind of lay these out. So really, they actually, because they're heavy cardstock, they lay quite flat. There's not a lot of tinting, just straight out of the box. So if you use plexiglass, you know, that's great, but you could just do a little bit of folding and you wouldn't even need to. So there's 2 different maps. I don't know if I can get those all in. This one's kind of got a beachhead here, and this one's more inland. You got the river, and so you can join them up if you needed to. You can put them in any kind of configurations, and I'm sure there's a lot of scenarios which look at that. But the maps themselves are very clear. There's a lot of stuff on them, but it's not a lot of clutter. Each hex has, you know, 1 or 2 things in it most, and there's a lot of rules to do with line of sight and terrain and shooting in and out of and things like that, and we'll kind of talk about that in the review. But I know a lot of care, a lot of thought, and a lot of changes and different bits and pieces went into the actual designs of the maps and trying to model realistic combat in different terrains and things. So as you can see, maps are great. Put them together, you get a really good big size, but playing on a size this big, that you might get into a longer game. I think typically you could do a lot on just one map and get a really fast, you know, get in there, do some action type games. So those are the maps. I'm fairly happy with those. Rules. This is like a semi-gloss 12-page rulebook, and it's very typical of Columbia Games. You get a lot of text, but you get the good diagrams and descriptions and different things. So you got all the different terrains, for example, and I got examples of command and things like that. But really, the rulebook is not overly dense. There isn't too much in here. Very, very manageable. I remember we sat down with what were very nearly finalized rules at Gen Con. I mean, you plow through them very quickly, and then you get playing. And that's what you want from a game. To me, I want a game to be playable. That's a very important part of a good game to me, is I can read the rules and let's get playing. And this definitely does that. So, we've got a sticker sheet here. And we'll kind of take a look at the artwork, because I was really impressed. I liked the artwork here. Again, quite stylized. So you've got the American troops here. And we've got a Thunderbolt tank buster over here. We have some artillery. And we've got some Jeeps with 50 cals on them. We've got some light tank Stuarts and some Shermans. And riflemen over here as well. And then some more mortars, engineers. Got some more specialized pieces. These are they're going to go on the yellow stickers here. So you've got bridges, wrecks, smokes, foxhole. So I think I said they would be support weapons, which they're actually not. These are more markers that are going to go out on the board. So the German pieces here, we got rifle squads or teams. And they have a Focke Wolf there. You got some bunkers, mines. They have these snipers. We've got Tiger, Panthers, Panzer IVs, Stug 3 assault guns, got Puma reconnaissance. They have the Pioneers, mortars, Flak 88s, Pack 40 up here it looks like. More rifle teams. And these are the commanders, so you've got company headquarters, platoon headquarters, and down here you've got the same thing. And so the game is divided up into play between, you'll have a company commander who's your overall commander, and then you break down things into platoons, and each platoon has a set of squads, and that's really how the game's played. This is a squad level combat, and you'll play with a full company on the board usually. And these are the different scenarios. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 6 scenarios in the game. So we've got Hell's Beach, and you've got a turn track, and order of battle, victory conditions, and then there is a solitaire option here. So that's actually really neat. I did not know there was a solitaire option in this game. So that's that might be a big selling point for a lot of people actually. So I know there was, for block war games, sometimes you don't get a good solitaire experience out of them because of all that hidden information. This actually has one, so look for that in the future. I'll definitely be playing this one solo, because the game is a fantastic 2-player game. It's just fun. Love block war games, love World War II, love squad level, so this was right up my alley, and we had a blast playing this. So there's all these different scenarios. More on counterattack, 5 bridges. Did we play 5 bridges? We played a scenario which was going capture bridges, and it's really cool game. And there's, that's it. That's not a ton of the game. We've got some ads for all the other stuff here at Columbia Games to make a ton of good block games. We'll just take a quick look. Blocks are blocks, but we'll take a gander anyway. They're good vibrant blocks. You got black and green. They're a nice good size. You got these yellow ones. These are thinner, so these are going to be kind of your smoke markers. You'll put those on. That's it. Got a lot of stickering to do. The one thing I really enjoyed about the game, and there's 4 of these, is it uses D10s instead of D6s. So every unit uses the same dice, but it gives you a much wider range of kind of to hit numbers. So you'll have a firepower number here. They got to roll, I think you got to roll 3s or less to hit with an F3. But then the Panthers up here as an F7. He's got to roll a 7 or less, so he's going to hit significantly more often. And the same, you got snipers have really good firepower strengths, but they have subsets of rules. So you get into some really neat bits and pieces of. And you don't have overly complex rules, so you just roll a dice and you're trying to roll that number or lower. And I really enjoyed the fluidity that brought to the game. It's not overly complex with a ton of modifiers. You've got that, but it's not, you're not checking billions of tables and charts and DRMs, things like that. But just wanted to kind of one more time go over how the games are organized. Like your typical block war game, each of these squares. Let's see if we'll get one in the corner so we kind of isolate it a bit more. This rifle squad here, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to it, and you'll turn it, and whichever strength is up top that's how many. I think that's how many dice you roll with it. That's how many hits that it can take. And basically, you'll have for this platoon, which is, I don't know how they're organized. So this is. Where did they say it was? Oh, okay. This is platoon headquarters, and this is C2, and they'll have 1, 2, 3. These have the C2s in the bottom. These are the designations of the squads within that platoon. So you've got this as a platoon. These are all going to be activated by this platoon commander. And then the company HQ up here for B company, he's got a bunch of teams of like extra heavy weapons and things that he can control as well, and kind of move those around the battlefield to support the platoons. So it's a really fun game. You get some good realistic organization within your order of battle. So you've got a company HQ with some heavy weapons and can command the tanks and mortars and things like that. Then you've got a few different platoons. But all in all, it's a really fun game. There's not a ton. It doesn't look like it's a lot, but this is a ton of pieces, and there's a bunch of scenarios, and you could very easily, like most tactical games, just make your own up once you're done playing these 6. You've got what seems to be a solitaire, which I'm pretty happy about that. You play both sides kind of thing, and then there's some extra bits and rules, which I'll kind of dive into that and see what that's like and let you know about that. But this is Combat Infantry from Columbia Games. I will let you know kind of how that is. You'll see reviews of this coming soon, because I've already played it once, going to play this a few more times, play that solo, and we'll let you know. But thank you very much for watching. I'm Alexander from theplayersaid.com. And if you like this and all other videos, feel free to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Go and follow along at theplayersaid.com to get regular updates. Thank you very much for watching.